Got it
Hey,
right
we're
now.
back.
What's
We're
happening?
back.
I'm
What's going on, Coach? How
maintaining,
you
man. How
doing?
about
Good
yourself?
morning. Doing well. I'm doing well, man. Can't complain.
That's
You
all
know,
we
just
can do,
living
you
life
know?
simple. You know. Absolutely, absolutely. Wow, man. April
Right around the
22nd,
corner.
man. This fight right around the corner, and this fight is turning into something special. Something like a Manny Pacquiao versus Floyd Mayweather. There's no fight right now going on the internet media
Right.
like this one is.
It's
You know
just
what I'm saying? What's going on with you guys in training camp? And what's the deal? Is the press conference on Wednesday on the East Coast, or is it on Thursday on the East Coast?
it's Thursday on the East Coast. Yeah.
Thursday on the East Coast.
Last I
Good,
heard
good.
that it
I'm
might
not trying
switch
to
up,
miss
you
it.
know.
Okay, okay. But yeah, man. So talk to me, man. Tell me a little bit about yourself before we dive into this big topics on
Oh man,
Ryan
I'm
and Tank.
born and raised Baltimore, you know, West Baltimore, but I travel all over Baltimore. I'm 55 years old, and I've been around boxing for 44 years. Started training fighters in 1999. You know,
Nice,
yeah,
nice. So when did you get into working with Calvin and Tank? I seen you guys
yeah.
have pictures when he was young.
I started working with Calvin in 2004, and Tank walked in the gym when he was 7 years old.
Wow, wow.
Oh
And
shucks,
what
we
other fighters you're
have
training right now?
my daughter, Kenny Ellis, Lorenzo Simpson, Catino Oliver. Right now we have Jaleel Hackett in the camp with us. We got so many, I can't name them all, so many professionals and fighters call us every day, you know. So it's a nonstop thing.
And how does that feel right now? You know what I'm saying? You obviously got, the leader of the pack, Tank Davis, and then you know how that works, Then your camp starts to grow higher and higher, especially when you're the #1 fighter
It's hectic,
possibly in the
man. You know,
world,
it's always something going on. It's like it don't stop. It's 24/7. You know, when I was a kid, I used to hear the coaches say boxing 24/7. I didn't know what that meant. But when they say it's 24/7, your phone do not stop ringing. Around 2, 3, 4, 5 in the morning, your phone ringing, and you have to answer it because you might miss the opportunity. So it's 24/7, but it's fun. You gotta love the sport, you know.
Yeah,
If you don't love it, don't mess with it, because you gotta up and go at any given time to make something work, you know.
absolutely. Absolutely. So tell me, man, what are your beliefs on why Tank is such a special fighter?
Because it's up the way he came up, you know, and a lot of other fighters is in Baltimore is different, man. It's just different. The culture is different, you know. You got to step over dead bodies just to go to the store and get a loaf of bread, you know. And what you see and growing up, it's no fear. Once you get in the ring, it's like one man across the ring is no fear. That's a cakewalk. You know what I mean? The fights in the street
I
as a
agree.
kid, it's nothing like it, man. And then you get in the ring and you look at one man across the ring and that one man don't know what you've been through. It's no fear, man. It's no fear.
I agree. I feel like that's like the differences between, some of these fights that he starts late, and then you have coaches like Mayweather, coming into the corner, hey, you down on the scorecards, and bang.
Yeah.
I'm talking
He was
about
down.
Barrios. I'm talking about
He
guys
was
like
down on the
Sanford.
unofficial scorecard, but on the scorecards he was up. And a lot of people, the fans don't
He was
understand
up.
that part. They think he was behind in the fight, but he wasn't.
Right. Right. So, I mean, I've interviewed so many different people that been in the ring with him, shared sparring with him, and some of the things that they say, because you gotta listen to the fighters with that they're actually in there, and he makes you feel like you're comfortable, like you running shit, but in reality, ego over there. You know what I'm saying? He has that aura, like something very similar to Canelo. You know, Canelo does some of the similar things that he does as far as, you know, letting those feel out rounds go, letting you feel like you're the
Yeah.
boss, and then
Only
next thing you
difference
know, it bang bang.
is
You know, you
Tank disconnected. Canelo, he punched, but Tank will discombobulate you with one shot. And that's the difference.
right.
Any
That's a big
Coach
difference.
Calvin
And
said
for
from 1
both
to
hands
12, he
too.
can get you. And everybody's going to get hit. I don't care who you with, who's training, you're going to get hit in the fight. You know? And that's all it takes.
Mm-hmm. Do you know anything
No,
about
not at this point.
the undercard?
Just a few fighters that we're working with. But after that, I don't know who they're putting on the card. You know? My daughter, Jaleel Hackett, Katina Oliver, Lorenzo Chuck Simpson. And after that, I don't know who else they're putting on the card.
But that's good,
Yeah,
and that's nice to
thank
see your
God.
daughter
Yeah.
on that card
She's
as
been on,
well.
this will be her fifth card, Gervonta undercard she was on. Mm-hmm.
Okay. And for the people that don't know her, man, can you describe her fight style? You know, her
She's
record
versatile.
and
She
all
can
that.
box. She can bang. She's 6-1. 2 fights back. My nephew was killed the day before the fight. I heard my nephew was close. He got close in his family. He hit a pole and died. And she didn't have anything going into that ring. But we didn't want to pull out because it would have messed up the card and with the schedule. You know what I mean? But a lot of people don't know. We took it hard, man. We was crying all day and night before and after the fight. But we're gonna get that. We're gonna go back and get that win, get that fight back. But other than that, she's 6-1 with 5 KOs. Yeah, yeah. She can punch,
5
man. She can
KOs.
punch,
Right.
and hopefully people get a chance to see her on this undercard. You know, she can punch.
That's amazing, man, to be
Mm-hmm.
able to be on this undercard, and you know, people that can crack. Basically staying with the
Mm-hmm.
same energy from the
Mm-hmm.
main event. You know,
And that's what one thing
it's
about.
amazing to see it. And
Yeah.
when it comes to women boxing, you don't see it
One
much.
thing
You know,
about a
what we're
person
gonna
that
say?
can crack, they can turn things around at any given time. You know, any given time.
Mm-hmm.
You got a few of them that's coming up that can crack.
Talk to me.
Alicia Baumgartner, she can crack.
She's
We
sharp
got a
though.
young
She's
lady,
really
man,
sharp.
coming up too, in Beatrice, I think. Ferrera Beatrice or something, she can crack. So it's a few of them out there. Franchon Cruz, she can crack. You know? Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, from DC. Yeah, absolutely. She can crack. I actually seen some video of you
Oh, yeah.
working with Bob
She
Garner
came to the gym
on the heavy.
back in 2019. Yeah, she was in there training.
Okay.
Yeah, that's when I first met her. And she sparred me in like 3 rounds. Mia was 19 years old. Yeah, they worked pretty good. They worked pretty good.
Awesome, man. So we all know about Jaleel Hackett, you know what
Oh,
I'm
man.
saying? Can't wait to see that
I
boy
seen him do
work.
15, 20 rounds in the gym 3 years ago. He's only 19, 20 years old. And the later the fight get, the stronger he get. Yeah, the kid is one of the most disciplined kids I've ever seen in the sport, you know? Strong, relentless. He gonna go places. He gonna future champion, you know, future champion. Whenever you see him
Yeah,
in that ring, you can bet your money he ain't going nowhere. You know what I mean?
yeah, definitely a kid that in your camp
Mm-hmm.
that's definitely like
Mm-hmm.
gonna be the next. Which
Yeah.
I remember Floyd talking about that, and I also heard that Coach
Man,
Calvin said his next
we have
generation of
so
fighters
many
is just on some.
talented kids coming, man, from ages 8 and up. Unbelievable, man. Unbelievable. We got few
That's amazing.
kids turning pro this summer, next summer, and every year we'll be turning them. You know what I mean?
Right, right. So talk to me, man. Talk to me about the discipline in Tank in this fight coming up. Obviously, he's been on the work train, man. Like he's been
Mm-hmm.
back-to-back fights, back-to-back. I love to see the active, staying active. I love it.
They say
Hasn't
his
blown up
discipline,
at
man,
all in
his
weight.
mental. He's older, his mental, his eating habits are a complete turnaround. His schedule on time every day, that is gonna make a huge difference, man.
Mm.
As time go on, he's totally opposite of what he was 5 years ago. Yeah, yeah.
Total
And he
opposite.
hasn't been in any, a lot of stuff you hear in the media is not true, but it's people just crucify you as soon as they hear what the media or the news say, He hasn't been in any trouble at all, Just gotta let the smoke clear.
Yeah, and that's just what it is, Media when you come in
People
at this
just,
level,
like they used to
it's
go at
gonna be
Tyson
all
for no
over the
reason, the
place.
same exact thing, Mayweather too,
Mayweather
yeah.
too,
It just comes with the territory.
I call it
That's,
pay-per-view
you
problems.
said you couldn't say
You
it better than
understand?
that. Pay-per-view problems. That's it.
Well, man, I don't want to hold you too much. You know what I'm saying? I got the dogs getting a little crazy out here because they
Hey,
know we talk about
what you
Tank,
got
so
out back?
they going crazy.
I hope
Ah,
it's
man, I
what's
got two labs.
they labs. Oh, okay. One of them look like a
Yeah.
Ridgeback.
Yeah, we got one that he just one's a girl, the other one's a boy. They getting a little active here. I don't know. They
They're
hear us
going
talking
crazy.
about Tank and
Okay.
they get crazy. Yeah,
They
they
can't
know we
wait.
buying the pay per
Huh.
view, so it's like
It's
they can't
business.
wait. They can't wait. So I mean, like, just one more question, and as
Mm-hmm.
far as the strength and conditioning goes, I've seen Tank,
Mm-hmm.
be really lean last few fights. Um,
Just
you
working
guys doing anything
hard.
different?
Working hard.
You got that
Yeah.
smirk, Kenny. You got that
Just working
smirk,
hard.
Kenny. You got that smirk. You ain't gonna give me nothing.
Yep.
I love it. I like it, man. Well, God bless. Hopefully, I'll see you on Thursday on the East Coast for your press conference,
Anytime.
and we'll definitely chop it up
Thank,
some more.
thank you,
I love
man.
the work that you guys are doing. Just keep it up, and I can't wait to see other
Appreciate you,
fighters
man.
boxing
Feel
and
free
your
to
daughter.
call me, man. Thank you for having me on. Okay.
Absolutely, man.
I heard
This is
that.
just the
My man.
beginning, man. Let's get it going.
I see. Likewise.
Much love, much love.